Good evening, everyone. It's Tom Sydney Bushnell, aka Numbers. So I've been thinking about a few things. I'm always thinking of things, as you are as well. And I think I'm out of the wind, just in between a couple of the beach huts. So hopefully this will be quieter for you, but you'll still get the immersive effect of the beach. It's been a little cool. It's not been super warm. Anyway, still beautiful to be here. So I'm going to entitle this discussion, Who Misses 2020? I'm going to put my hand up and say I do. So now, what do I mean by that? Who misses 2020? Why do I miss 2020? It's a few things. So we're now in the year of 2023. I'm looking forward to 2024 because I feel that it's going to be similar, but an order of magnitude increased, at least from 2020. Now, some people might freak out at that, but I want to point out a few things. So 2020 in numbers, 20 is 107, which is quantum, which is atonement, which is trumps, which is military, which is currency, which is Aquarius, which is Superman, which is eternal life. It's all these things, it's all these good things that I've mentioned throughout my videos. Now, 2020, I felt was a beautiful year because it was so unique. We'd never experienced anything like that. When you get things like that, you get this, it depends on your focus, it depends what you pay attention to. So I didn't pay attention to any of the nonsense. I was aware of it, I prepared as I needed to, but I would be out all day, every day. You know, we could go out once a day. So I was out every day. And the beauty of it, the spring leading into the summer of the first 3 months of 2020 was glorious. It was beautiful sunshine in the UK. So I was going all around London. I discovered many places. I remember going down on the River Thames. River Thames is 138, Donald Trump revaluation. Bluebird Motel, the Saviour 138, the Pyramids 138, all these things. But I was getting the numbers as a download. They were coming to me, and I was seeing things that I hadn't understood before. I'd always been awake, but not to that level. And I felt 2020, when the world gets squeezed, when things get squeezed, you get a reciprocal and equal rebalancing power and action at the same time. So that as the world went into the events of 2020, I've said it before, but I think we went through a physical, a quantum, a spiritual, a consciousness. We went through a different phase in the universe and we got activated. A lot of us did. You guys that are watching my show. And I missed listening to President Trump every day. I used to decode him every day, listening to him, taking on the media and the bad players all around him. And now we've gone through these phases of all these kind of aftermaths of 2020. We all know what they are. But I'm looking forward to, I miss 2020 and I'm looking forward to 2024 because I believe President Trump when he says it's the final battle. I believe that the events of 2020 will pale in comparison to what's coming in 2024. But I believe with that comes the juice, the spiritual juice that will get us over the goal line. So I believe, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but the storm isn't here yet. The storm's coming. So what is the storm? Storm is 85, Awakening 85, Matrix 85, Silver 85. All these things are coming, and I'm looking forward to it. Hence I missed 2020 because it was such an accelerant from my own personal development and understanding of what the nature of reality is. But I still feel there's a job to be done. I want to get to the goal line, I want to get to the finish line, and I want to go into the new world. And I feel that you as my audience will resonate with those feelings and understand what I'm talking about, because you have awoken up as well. You've had so many awakenings throughout this process. Some of you would have been awake before, but you'd have accelerated through. You can't help not have accelerated in your understanding through these last 3.5 years. So we're in the second half of 2023. There might be major things that happen between now and then, but I am looking to 2024 because there's a leap year. A leap year. I've already documented how 2012, the symbolism in the Olympics, 2016, Brexit happens. Brexit 78 Kennedy, so people were crying out for Brexit. Trump gets in power. He wasn't supposed to get in. Leicester City win the Premier League. That was never supposed to happen. And all those celebrity deaths. I think some were in witness protection, many of them, I believe. I met Carrie Fisher. I saw her. I didn't meet her, but I was about a yard or two away from her the year before she passed. I was at the Star Wars Force Awakens premiere in London in 2018. Was it 2018, 2019? Must have been 2019. Was that when it came out? Anyway, I think it was the year after. That's when she went. No, what am I talking about? Sorry, 2015. So she passed in 2016. Her and her mother, Debbie Reynolds. Is it Debbie Reynolds? Is that her mother? Famous actress again. But I met her the year before, in 2015. I met Kylo Ren. He was really cool, actually. Adam Driver. So yeah, all these things that took place, all these things that happened, it showed it was a wacky time. It was a wacky time, and then we went to 2020, which none of us consciously knew that was going to happen, but nevertheless it did. Just for a moment, just cast your minds back to 2020. Does it feel like it happened? Does it feel like a dream? Where's it gone? We're still seeing the aftermath of it, but really, where did that happen? That's like a dream. It's like we projected into the future that something like that would happen. Like, no, it didn't, but it did. We all know that it did. So 2024 is upon us, the next leap year. And I believe that it will go up, to use Elon Musk's phraseology, an order of magnitude. I believe it will be at least another order of magnitude, i.e. times 10, compared to what we had in 2020. And people are like, no, that can't. But on the flip side of that, there will be the windows of heaven poured out amongst the people, upon the brave, upon the valiant, upon the righteous, upon the decent human beings, really. If you follow the golden rule, if you're not an a-hole, if you're not malicious and evil for the sake of being nasty, then you don't need to worry. We've got this. But the awakening is going to happen, and we need everybody on board. It's like at the game of Othello or Connect Four. We need everybody, all the counters turned over, and everyone on side. And so 2020 was a preparation. 2020 is clear vision. It's 2020 vision. I've said it before. What's 2020 on a 24-hour clock? 2020. That's 8. It's 8-8. That's 88 Trump. 20, spell the word 20, it's Trump's. So it's Trump's, or Trump's military, 2020, or even on the 24-hour clock, it's 8-8. So I am excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I do miss the growth and excitement of 2020. And we've kind of been in this lull period, at least I feel like I have been. You know, I'm continually learning the numbers and developing, but really the acceleration and the quantum leap took place for me in 2020. And I'm looking forward to the quantum leap of 2024. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. We're kind of peering through a glass darkly, but nevertheless it's coming and we need it. So I'm looking forward to that. I do miss listening to President Trump every day. But I'm looking forward to what's coming. A couple of things I wanted to mention is President Trump pointed out, I put it on Twitter, Tim Ballard was with President Trump when he was president in one of the meetings at the White House. I think it was the White House. And President Trump does an eye gesture, and he does this, he goes like that. And then Tim Ballard, without dropping a beat, says, "You're exactly right." And then he carries on. And I was like, that's coding. They've coded in plain sight. I'm trying to figure out, what does this mean in semaphore, in language. There's a I'm not maybe using the correct word, but there's definitely a meaning for this. President Trump did it, and Tim Ballard said you're exactly right, and he carried on with his spiel. It's a tricky business, people. It's a tricky business. What was President Trump coding? People that know me will know that Trump is always the one I listen to. I get my own revelations through my numbers, and in my own reality, but I always listen to President Trump. So, again, the great man is telling us something. What's he telling us? If people know what that means, what does that mean? I'd like to know. There must be a specific meaning for it. So, like when President Trump would grab his coat, his lapel on his jacket, there's a certain meaning for that, and I coded that back in 2020. There's a meaning for this. What is that? Because Tim Ballard said, yeah, you're exactly right. What was he saying you're exactly right about? Also, my friend Granny Roseanne Barr, she's back on Twitter, so go and follow her on Twitter. She's been shut out of that for a long time, but I just noticed in the last few days, I think it might have even been the 4th of July, she got back on, and she thanked someone that helped her with that. So I was looking at it, and Granny Rose in numbers, that's what she goes, that's one of the names that she calls herself, Granny Rose. She refers to herself as Granny Rose when she talks to me. And Granny Rose comes to 136, Marty McFly, Great Awakening. And with the Bluebird Motel, that's 138, Donald Trump. It's I Am Twitter. It's Elon Musk Bank. But Bluebird Motel from Back to the Future is 138. Guess what? When you add 138 plus Granny Rose, 136, it comes to 274, which is 2024. So again, it's linking us to that. So Roseanne has said that she wants me on her podcast show soon. So I think she's going to have Derek Johnson on, and she's going to have me on. So I'm looking forward to that, and I want to share all this about the numbers and Back to the Future with her. But she's part of the prophecy, just like all the rest of us. So anyway, all right, everyone. God bless. Much love. Do click my link above or below to get on my locals community. It's free to join. You just enter your email address, and by doing that, you'll be getting on my newsletter. So I'll be sending out a newsletter for people that want to know more about the numbers, and I'll give you some special numbers on the newsletter, and it'll keep you up to date with everything. And follow me on Twitter, Real Tom Numbers. Real Tom Numbers is 176, Back to the Future. And also Psych Club. Psych Club is 109, spells out the word 17, Diana Spencer, Zapruder, Witness, all those things. So Psych Club on YouTube, Real Tom Numbers on Twitter, and subscribe to my newsletter on Locals. And I'm on Telegram and Truth Social and all the rest of it. All right, everyone, much love, God bless. See you soon.